me my lungs back. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. Fuck this shit. Good morning. Sunday fun day. It's motherfucking Borderlands Day. I just tried to cough up a lung right before going live, and it made my eyes water really bad. So if I look like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm just trying to get this shit out. It's so gross. I hate it. Strimmer dead. Strimmer down. It'll come out. Good morning. The coughing actual Strim is fine. Thank fuck. A week away from an extra hour of daylight. Oh shit. Wow. Is it already almost spring forward time? I want to stick my hand down there and pull it out. Trust me. Oh my god. I want to real bad. I feel you. And that was the last we heard of Katie. I cannot believe it's already time to spring forward. Wow. I feel like we just fell back. That went by really fast. Crazy. We get an extra hour of daylight. Does that mean I have to wake up I have to wake up early though? Does that mean it's like a day earlier? Or I mean an hour earlier? Fall back. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. This is not my favorite of the fallback spring forward. This is the one where we all have to wake up a fucking hour earlier. Yep, spring forward, fall back. Yeah. I don't know why I mixed that up. Yep, get ready to fuck. You know, my sleep schedule's still a little fucked from being in Florida. I might be okay. Honestly, I've been waking up kind of like stupid early just because of the time change. I might be okay. I think I'm just going to stick. I'm going to like, not let myself sleep in and just keep waking up super early, and then I'll be fine. Man, it's so weird how 1 hour fucks you up so hard. 1 hour. Daylight savings is stupid. Like, of all the stupid things that our country does, it's one of the stupidest. My body doesn't like spring forward, but I appreciate the sun in the evenings. I do appreciate having more daylight. I do like that, but, like, I don't understand, like, the time changing is so weird and dumb. I used to go on a business trip, and the last day of our business trip was a Sunday where we had to turn clocks back, and we had to get up at 5 a.m. on this Sunday. Gross. I remember when I worked at Hopkins, and this was very specifically, like, a night shift thing. It was so fucked. I can't remember which one it was, but if you worked one of the weird changeovers, either spring forward or fall back, you just got an extra hour of pay without working it, and then one of them you just lost an hour of pay while working it. And they would just, their reasoning, like their logic was, oh, just work the other one and that makes up the hour in 6 months. It was fucking stupid. Nothing epitomizes the dysfunction of our society than the hour change bullshit and how we all hate it, but it won't change. And it's like, why? The people that fight to keep it, why? What the fuck is the reason? It was crazy bull. It was so dumb. And, like, there was nothing we could do. We would just sit there like night shifters waiting for midnight, and all of a sudden it wouldn't be midnight, and we'd get another hour. We'd have to work a 14-hour shift instead of 13. It was crazy. It's illegal. Oh, Mishy, dude, have I ever told you about how lazy our payroll processing was? When I first started working there, we didn't clock in and out, but we were not salary. Riddle me that. Like, for the first couple years I worked there, you didn't clock in or out, but I wasn't salary. I still don't know how they legally got away with that. They didn't, because I don't know if you remember this when I was still working at Hopkins, but like 2 years into working there, they, all of a sudden, it was whatever organization is in charge of, I love effing birds, whoever's in charge of, like, managing, like, making sure we get breaks and whatnot, finally came down on our department, and they were like, hey, we don't think you're giving any of your respiratory therapists lunches. And because we don't see any clock in, clock outs, and the department was like, lunches? We're supposed to give them lunches? And so then they were like, okay, you guys have to start clocking in and out because you have to prove you're taking lunches. So then they started having us clock in and out for fake lunches because there was no one to cover lunches. I can't even tell you. It's so stupid. It was so wild. Like, the thing, and it's, I don't know. Like, what do you do? Gain an hour in the spring, lose an hour in the fall. Thank you, Scott. I usually worked it because I would pick up any shift, but it was stupid. It was fucking like bizarre. I'd never worked in an institution like that where they're like, no, you don't have to clock in and out. Am I salary? No. What about my fucking overtime? Young, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Don't forget your Prime subs. Every time you forget a Prime sub, a kitten cries, and Bezos makes $1 billion and does nothing for the society. Find someone who needs a smile and use your sub. My voice is so fucked. It was fucked last night, too. I had to go out. I got rats for the snakes. One of my snakes almost ate my arm. That was really fun. She's such a dumb bitch. But I went to the pet store, and like I've been going to this pet store since I moved here, so they know me. And the guy at the counter was like, "Hey there, friend, what's going on?" And I went to respond, and nothing came out of my mouth. I was like, "Hi." I hate it. No, it's not. No, Glut, I'm not kidding either. I'm not, in no way. I laugh because it was so fucked up. I left. I have no idea what went down with that situation or how that even worked. But genuinely, the entirety of the time I worked there, I never had a break. There is no one to give a break. And this is the conflicting part, because it's like, yes, the organization, like by law, has to give us breaks and has to give us lunches. We need that. We're working 13-hour shifts. Like, that's insane. On the flip side, like, and it's not justifying it by any means, please, it's still fucking wrong. On the flip side, the respiratory therapist, I don't know a medical worker who would just turn their pager off for an hour with no one to cover them and be like, fuck the patients. Like, no one would do that. No one would do that. I don't know one person that would do that. So it's like that. So they just keep getting away with it because they know we're decent people that aren't just going to abandon our department. It's so fucked. It's predatory. Shut up. But that's exactly what I was going to say. It's predatory. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's like taking advantage of a situation. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yep. 100%. Yeah, it's horrible. And I'm sure, I mean, you guys know, I've told stories that are like funny, haha, but they're absolutely true when I say, like, I got a bite of my bagel sandwich and a code went off and I put it in my scrubs and went and did the code and then pulled it back out of my scrubs and ate it, because that's the only time you get to eat. Like, it's funny, haha, until you realize how real that is. Slurmy, I hope you're doing okay, Honeybean. It is. No, it is. Geez, fuck, no wonder they conditioned you to hate unions. 100%. These huge organizations, they literally gave us classes on how to identify union language, because do you know how much fucking trouble? I mean, Hopkins is so its own, like, city. They have their own bank. And, like, I did not use their bank because the whole idea of just, like, them paying me, but, like, not actually paying me and just keeping my money, just putting it on a different account, really, but I think they get away with so much because they're their own everything. They're like their own city monopoly. Like, there's a bank of Johns Hopkins. It's very bizarre, but I think that's how those giant fucking institutions get away with bullshit like that, is they can kind of hide behind it because, like, banks aren't checking in it because they're their own fucking bank. Shit like that. I don't know. This is all allegedly. I don't know. We can do this because they're not going to let people die. It's a horror movie premise. It really is. Hospitals are horror movie premises. Let me fucking tell you. It's gross. There should always be coverage. Always. That's like, let alone not having coverage for lunches. Half the time you would end up with no coverage for a particular shift. And that's the scary part. It's like, the patients are just like waiting to be taken care of, and we're in the basement going, all right, this person didn't show up, this person didn't show up. So that's 2 units who just don't have a respiratory therapist. So all these other respiratory therapists are going to have to share that load and take on that load. And that's happening literally 24/7. Anybody that works in anything, you know that. Like, hospitals, we're literally chronically understaffed. Forever. Slurmy, samesies. We'll get there together. Hold on, I want to look at this rare birds. Fuck this garbage. Is it going to show the right screen? Oh, it did. Good job. Not full screen, but this is the bird of the day. Oh, it's terrible. Where's my music? Hold on. Most campus corporate atmospheres do the same thing. I believe it. I mean, that's That's the other flip side, is that I want my lungs back desperately. Oh shit, where did my music go? Oh god, we're stuck in the silence. Just sit in it, wallow in it for a minute. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Have I decided what movies I'm watching for my birthday? I have no idea. Honestly, we've watched like all of my favorite movies in the world, and the movies that keep coming to mind are like movies I think we've seen before. I don't know. Maybe. I'll come up with something. No. I think I had an idea last night and I forgot it already. The sound of silence. There's a YouTube channel with two Brits called Jolly, and they went to Dolly's theme park and ate the food there. Oh my god, was it amazing? Who gives a shit if we watch? I mean, that's true. If I can't remember if we watched it, it's at least been long enough, right? Those are really good movies, though. Like, you know this, Gluck, because I know you had similar situations as a kid. I'm not that type to be able to pull a selfish on my birthday. I can't do it. Like, I'm the type that's like, what does everyone else want to do? If everyone in the room is so fucking happy they can't stand it, that's what gives me joy. Regardless of the activity, I have no wants or needs because I wasn't raised to have them. I'm just not, I don't know. I just kind of sit around and let it happen. It's terrible. But I have no idea. I gotta remember, I did have a movie in mind last night. Now it's gone. I'm gonna have to put a warning in the movie night. I mean, sure. The fucking Beaver movie, right? I know. It probably isn't your taste, but I've seen Wicked 3 times. Wait, the play? You know what's crazy, Yeet? My sister and I were clinically obsessed with those books when they came out, and the author. She has so many books that are like the story about Cinderella, the story about Sleeping Beauty, the story about various fairy tale people that are just as fucking entertaining. And everyone has told me that none of the movie or the play is nothing like the book, and so I've avoided it like the plague. Because the book is so special to me. The book is so special to me. I literally have 2 copies because I wore one out. I pulled them out to show Zeke recently, just to like, I was like, I just have to show you how obsessed I was with these books, and this is why I've avoided it, because I feel like I'll be that pretentious person that's like, where's this character, this character, this character, this love story, where the fuck is this line? Like, all of the vital shit to me from the book I know it's not there because I haven't seen I haven't seen anyone cast as any of these actors. Like, they've cut very vital characters out of the story, and it pisses me off. I'm so pretentious. I love books. But fucking Hollywood, man. Oh my god, Glut. Oh my god, maybe, you know what I should do? I should play the original Totoro on my birthday. That's something rare and special that I don't think anyone has seen, heard, or it's the original English dub, the Fox version. I've told you guys before, on my computer, I'll show you. Is it on this one? Yes. Check this shit. On my computer, I have a folder right here. It is titled, The Most Important Folder of Your Life. It's literally been there for years. You open it, it has 3 things in it. A video of me when I'm 3 years old, My Neighbor Totoro, the original English dub and the Fox version, and a picture of Millie Moose. There's where my priorities lie. Proof I was a child, the dog that was my soul partner, and the best movie ever that doesn't exist and you can't find it. Because Disney bought it and fucked it up. Like, hard fucked it. I've told you guys about that folder. I don't lie. That folder is real. And that folder is permanent. That is such a special folder to me because it's genuinely like, you can't find that version. I actually have the original My Neighbor Totoro on VHS. I have like the VHS puffy white thing from before Disney bought it because it's my soul movie and I fucking cannot stand that Disney bought it and fucked it up. It's backed up and I've given it to 3 different people. Eliza has one and I have one on my external. Oh yeah. Actually, if I'm not incorrect, I think Eliza's the one that found it. Like the original Fox version for me and sent the file to me. Because that's how Like, I was so. There was a good, like, 10 years of my life I couldn't find it. And I didn't have a fucking VHS player, and my mom gave away all my movies. I love that old dub, too. It's the perfect dub. I literally went to sleep to that movie for, like, 5 years of my life as a child. It's crazy. I know. Fucking Disney, what? They, like, I just don't understand why. I guess because it had to be the Disney IP, but they literally rewrote the script and recasted all the voice actors to do a second English dub. And they cast the Fanning girls. There's like Dakota and something else, the two Fanning girls, and it's just like, I hate it. And I feel bad because there's a lot of people out there that the Disney version is the first one they ever saw, and they fucking love it. I think that's going on the list. I think I have to do that. Don't forget. I have it. Thank you, Dakota and Ellie. They cast them as the two sisters in the movie and revoiced the whole thing, but they rewrote the script. So the mouth doesn't line up. It's like watching a weird old-fashioned dub where it's like, and then we went to the store. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. It's so shitty. Like, Disney can do better. I know they can, and they just chose not to. Thank you, Ska. Bless you. I think there's a few websites that have it, like, stream it these days, but I've just kept it because it's so precious to me. And I have the VHS, like, in my spare bedroom. I didn't find Michael Keaton as Porco Rosso. Wait, which one's that one in? Is that's, oh, what the, Ponyo? Is that from Ponyo? Porco Rosso, is that the raccoons? Or is that Ponyo? Is that a character from Ponyo? I don't like Ponyo. That's one of the few Ghiblis I just don't like at all. I actually don't think I've seen that one, Strum, which is wild. Old Kung Fu dub is charming now. It is. It's when you do it in a modern way that it's shitty. Like, we know you can do better now. Stop that. Yeah, Porco Rosso is one of the few I haven't seen. That one, there's like two I haven't seen. That one, I've seen Grave of the Fireflies, and I've seen The Heron, Boy and the Heron, or whatever. Glut shows violence. We're gonna bring, that's a tissue night. I'm just telling you right now. Holy shit, I've seen those. They're great movies. I own them. I actually own them hard copy, which is wild, because I don't think I'd ever choose to watch them again. Honestly, I think they're very fitting for March, because it's Pisces season. We're emotional sacks of shit. Better a pig than a fascist. I like pigs. They're cute and very smart. It seems like Disney and other owned studios are just scrambling and reshooting everything over and over, also being lazy and cutting corners on basically everything. Yes. Agreed. It's just cash grabs at this point. Yeah, like Matt Mercer and company have shown us that they can do subs so much better now. 100%. I know you can do it. So when you do it shitty like that, it's just like, I can tell you just wanted the IP for this fucking movie, and that's it. And you took it and you fucked it sideways, and I hate you for that. No shit, you watched Grave for a Japanese history class? I mean, it's a beautiful fucking movie, but oh my god. Yes, I've seen Nausicaa. It's one that's similar. Nausicaa on the Wind, or whatever. I've seen that one. It's another Sky one that I haven't seen, with like Sky stuff. Like Sky machines and stuff. I cannot remember though. There's only two, and it's not for lack of trying. I just haven't seen them anywhere to watch them. Yes, no shit. So Glut told me what his birthday movies are and strongly reminded me that I should play the original English dub of My Neighbor Totoro for my birthday, because you can't find it. Like, there's so many people who just genuinely either have never seen My Neighbor Totoro or never seen the original English dub, and it's the best. Period. I think that should be definitely something I present on my birthday. Stop it. Why? You disrupted Bubba. How could you? Did she wake you up from a nap? She's such a bitch. I've seen Castle in the Sky. Whisper of the Heart maybe is not. Maybe that one. That doesn't sound familiar. Maybe that's the one I haven't seen. Should I make a tailcoat? You should. Nino Cooney. I mean, Great fucking game. Some films are so amazing you'll only ever want to watch it once. It's like the manga Oyasumi Pun 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 Pun. Even reading that once is hard. I feel we've watched a couple movies like that in movie night. We've watched Requiem of a Dream. We have not watched the scary Requiem together yet. But those are those movies where I think about those, and those are like amazing films that are so fucking good. But I would never watch them for pleasure. I watch them with my friends. Like if I run into someone who's never seen those movies, I'm like, okay, let me watch it with you because this is hard to watch. But they're great movies. It doesn't mean they're bad. They're just emotionally wrecking. Hi, I see you, Bill, and I'm petting you. I'm petting both of you right now. You're both getting attention. Yes. I can only get like 20 in, and then he wants to kiss me back. God damn it. Yes. Oh my god, Chibi, it was so good. Yep. It was phenomenal. I went and saw Spirited Away at the cinema while I was at uni one day, and I was really depressed. It made me so happy to escape. Spirited Away is such a pretty fucking... I actually have... I have, what is it called? Wallpaper Engine, and there's a really pretty wallpaper on there that's the bathhouse at nighttime. I'm gonna try to pull it up. Hold on. Yes, Bill, I know. I'm petting you both with one hand. Look at me go. Look at me go. Love you. Yep. This is called multitasking, everybody. Take notes. This is how you appease two at a time. It's a circle. It's a circle. Made this quilt while she was pregnant with me, so this turns 37 tomorrow too. Wild. It's as old as me. Proof I was little at one point. I was tiny. Standing in my diaper next to a snowball pooed staring out the back door. That's adorable. I don't know. My mom probably has pictures of me with dog. I know she has a picture of me with her Doberman. She had a Doberman for many years. But that's about it. No, it's tomorrow, which is my day off, ironically, and I have to go to the dump. But we'll celebrate on Tuesday. We'll do something. I don't know. I'm not good at celebrating anything. Since my car kaputskied temporarily, just walked to the one, a village over, and hauled the shopping back in a collapsible crate, fell asleep for an hour, and had vivid exhaustion dreams. Yeah, that's exhausting. That sounds like shit we have to do at Burning Man. Wait, are you March 3rd too? Shut the fuck up. Are you 3/3? Happy birthday. No shit. Happy birthday to another 3/3. That's a weird one. You don't meet, I mean, I don't know why. I think maybe because Pisces people just keep to themselves and stay in closets or something. You don't meet a lot of thirds. 3/3s, I don't know. Happy birthday if you have a birthday tomorrow or today or whatever. Cheers. It is, like, off the top of my head, the only famous Pisces I can think of are Captain Hook and John Wayne Gacy. Again, no one likes March. It's statistically the highest serial killer month. It's statistically the highest execution month for prisons. It's when everyone's depressed. It's the end of winter. Everyone's ready for sunshine. And we're all just like, want to celebrate? And everyone's like, no. And we're like, okay. And then when April and, May rolls around and everybody gets their vitamin D, they're like, oh my God, your birthday was in March. Did you do anything? Ha! I'm not bitter. Happy birthday to your brother. Pisces suck. That's no shade. If you're a Pisces, you probably know it. I'm throwing this at myself. It's fine. We're all self-loathing on a certain level. It's okay. The world taught us correctly. Wait, Knives, does that mean your brother's like an Irish twin? And I don't want to explain that. if you don't know what that is. Like, how close are you? If you're under a year apart, it's Irish twins. Oh, you're 18 months apart to the day. All right. All right. I don't know. My math is terrible that way because you and I are like a year apart. And so when you said he was my age, I was like, wait, like how close to my age? Because that's, if you don't know what Irish twins are, it's essentially you have a sibling under a year younger than you because your parents got down before the episiotomy healed. I don't know why it's called Irish twins, though. Is that some anti-Irish shit? I don't know. My husband's an Irish twin. I mean, any moms in chat want anyone to go near their vagina 10 weeks after birth? Because I haven't met a mom that wants that yet. I haven't met one mom who's like, yeah, that's what I want, is something else ramming that hole that got tore open and ripped into my butthole. It's got to be derogatory. It's probably about reproducing. Well, I don't know if it's I can't speak to Protestant, but in the Catholic religion, this is what my Nana taught me. She told me that a lot of Irish people, because I was doing like our family tree, and after my mom's generation, no shit, it goes, there's 6 kids and then 12 kids, 12 kids, 14 kids. Wild. It's so many kids. And I asked her why, like genuinely, like, is this just a no birth control thing? And she said, no, it was legitimately a thing. I don't know if it was just Ireland or not, but if you had 13 children, the 13th child would get blessed by a cardinal. And it was like the Catholic Church's way of getting Catholics to extra breed. So a ton of Catholics aimed for 13 kids, so then they'd get a blessing on the head of their 13th child by the cardinal or whatever. Like the 13th child's free, exactly. It's like a fucking punch card. Yeah. It's a dig on them being Catholic and not using birth control. Oh, Steve Irwin was a Pisces? Shut the fuck up. All right, we win. I'm going to take that. Because there's not a lot. Literally, Captain Hook's not a real person, but I did learn Captain Hook was allegedly a Pisces, and then John Wayne Gacy's a Pisces. The clown killer! Of course he is! Fuck. I don't know, sin? Is it like extra sin relief if it's a cardinal? I was on this dating site and ran into a woman who's 38 and has 8 kids, and based on ages was like, so you basically spent your entire 20s pregnant. I mean, some people love having kids. I cannot identify as a child who grew up with that many siblings. This is, again, you can never generalize personal experience, but I don't know how the fuck any parent can adequately care for and love that many kids at one time. That's what the fuck? How do you give anyone individual attention and have a job? Like, you're literally not home enough hours in the day to give an hour to a child a day. Like, you're just not. It's crazy. It's like each child's gonna get like 2 hours a week with their parent or something. If they got any one-on-one time at all. Michelangelo and Einstein. I heard Michelangelo refused to bathe and Einstein married his like 15-year-old cousin. So I don't know if we're winning yet. Michelangelo did produce some beautiful art, but I did read multiple places that he didn't bathe. And just had like a layer of scrapable scum on his body all the time. I guess that might be I don't know. My aunt had 12. That's so much birthing. That's so many babies. It's the weather. Oh, 100%, Scott. Like, I remember my friends having birthday parties where they'd go to, like, parks or go do outdoor activities. And, like, you have a March birthday and it's like, you can't plan to do anything. Because it might snow. It might rain. It might sleet. It might be sunny. You don't know. It's March. Good afternoon, David. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. I couldn't imagine someone getting pregnant in their 20s. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I can't imagine it now. And I turn 53 tomorrow. Like, I'm still I struggle, like, I don't struggle, because obviously my dogs are fine, but I struggle with the concept, like, am I doing well enough? Are my dogs loved? Are they taken care of? Like, am I doing it? And that's a constant anxiety. I cannot fucking imagine what that would be like with children. Like, how much more exponentiated that is. 24/7. Like, I know moms. There's a lot of moms and dads in our chat right now, and all of you have literally self-professed to me. There's not a moment of your waking hour that you're not thinking about your child. I'm already so stressed out. 53. I'm sorry, 57. It's my bad. I have to get used to the new numbers. 100% glad. I mean, my babysitters my whole life were my older brothers. I spent much more time with older brothers and teachers than I ever did with my parents.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Mishy, that's a stupid take. Why wouldn't it? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? I guarantee you that's not my dad. It's some of them. Not everyone's great. I can't get my roommates to even walk their dogs, so they would bark at and chew up fucking everything. That's nice. Zbot, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings for 20 months. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. I appreciate you. Did I add 20 years to what? I'm just trying to be honest. I don't want people to have unrealistic expectations of this age I am. Like, bitches, get ready. At 61, you will have this, and it never goes away. Moisturize. Cheers. See, Anubis, I'm telling you, like, no shit, a lot of the true crime ladies that I listen to, their podcasts, they start out their podcasts with, this is the name, this is the year they were born, this is the date of their birth, therefore they were a Sagittarius, they were a blank. It's so many Pisces. It's genuinely concerning, and I think it's because everybody disregards our shitty birthdays, because everybody's like, March sucks. You know what? Some of us were born then. I actually think I was a birthday baby, because I think I was conceived around the time my dad's birthday was. Cheers. Quill, no shit. I had kids in my 20s, and I can't imagine it now, right? Eyebrows, what? Oh, the only daughters things comes from princes only able to take over kingdoms. Oh, that's wild. Traditionally, the bride's parents paid for the wedding, so having a bunch of daughters would suck. Yeah, it was the dowry, right? We make jokes about it, but dowries were actually legit. So if all you had was daughters, all you had was to do was pay to get your daughters wed. But if you had sons, you got to take dowries, right? Which is so fucking weird. Oh, rage. A lot of us were various forms of fix a relationship, sneak to the baby because you want one and your partner doesn't want it, etc. It's pretty fucked. We're absolutely in my running list. How could you tell? So much of the music from Faded Fridays has been added to my running list lately. It's crazy. There's so much good music that just has this. Or, those are my two speeds. It's like warm up versus ow. So many of those songs have a good beat. It's fucking crazy. Kids in your 20s, kids are crazy. I mean, I saw it was like an Instagram post by a dad recently, and it kind of hit as true. He was like, a lot of people always ask me, like, how do you know you're ready for kids? How do you know you're ready for kids? You are, like, it's not having money. It's not like, do you want a kid, and can you handle shit? Like, I think that's it, because at any point in our life, we will always view ourselves as children. I still think that. It is. It's like 124 to 130. That BPM is just... Ooh, it's such a sweet spot. There's actually was it Bandcamp? No, not Bandcamp. There was a website I used to go to where you could actually put in the BPM you want, or maybe it was an app on my phone. You could put in the BPM you want, and then it would create a playlist for you. It was great. I think it might have been a running app or something I used ages ago. All the poop. There's something psychological about it, Glut. There's a psychological component to us moving at the speed of what we're listening to. It's really bizarre. Like they've done like random experiments where there'll be like a speaker playing music in a town square or something like that, and they'll play certain songs, and people will automatically start to walk to the beat of songs without even they're not dancing or anything, but everyone will start to sync their footsteps in sync with a certain BPM. It was fucking crazy. It was so weird to watch, but it was fascinating. I love that. Exactly. You're never ready for real, and I fucking wanted them. Exactly. I think that's when you're ready. I think if you want kids, that means you're gonna love them and you genuinely want them and you're ready. I think that's it. I don't know. I don't have kids, but that's it. Hold on. Tropical workout music. Tropical. Hold on. I gotta hear it. Oh, dude. I used to listen to a lot of these. Yep. That's the warm up. I've never heard this before in my life. I totally guessed. I've listened to so many of these. Sorry, that was weird. I've listened to so fucking many of those to run. And they follow the same pattern where it's warm up, and then after a certain... Every single one of them, it's great. It's perfect for running because it's just like, it's subconscious. You don't really think about it. And it is safer to run at a consistent BPM. It is safer, like, as opposed to flopping all over the place and hurting your ankles. Oh, 100%, David, yeah. That's why they use, like, warm-up music and stuff for sports games, right? It, like, pumps you up. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. I hate when I start doing that and not intend to. I'll literally break my stride to break the beat. Oh my god. Like, hurt yourself? Don't do that. Knives, no shit. Half of my running playlist comes from my sister's spin class playlist. Super random. My sister did a spin class for a few years when she was going to school in Seattle, and she fed me so much incredible music from that goddamn spin class. That's just the perfect fucking beat and the perfect everything. It's incredible, but that's literally, she told me what it's like. I've never been to a spin class, but apparently you go in, they turn all the lights off, there's fans and shit, but it still gets like insanely hot. And then you have a trainer that's, you know, spinning on a bike and stands up and sits and does splits or whatever, and there's just like this fucking like wah, wah, wah beat of music going on the whole time that drowns out any sense of anything else. And all of a sudden 30 minutes has gone by and you've burned like 1,000 calories. It's insane. It seems intense and hot. Working retail, and that's part of the reason they play certain music. Oh, you think so? Oh my god, that totally makes sense. They probably put us into this false sense of like a lull of security, of happiness and shopping and spending money and carefree sense of nothing matters. I don't have bills. I'm just money. Ouch. Right? Perfect, miss. We'll take a break and then I'll jump in. You remember when used to play NFS back in the day? Luda would come on in my brain, in my mindset. I don't think I played it. I never done a spin class. Group classes, man. I don't know. I can't focus when other people are in the room. It's fucking, I don't know, maybe I'd be better at it now, but the last time I tried to do like a group yoga class or something like that, like my brain is just so preoccupied clocking the state of every single human being in the room and like who the fuck is the threat that I can't like focus on my workout and I fuck up. I tried. I used to go to the gym a lot. And I noticed that like my runs I did on the street versus going to the gym were just exponentially better because I'm able to get into that zone, that flow, and forget what the fuck's happening, and nothing, versus when there's other people around me, I can't help but hear their treadmill, hear them cough, hear them drop their drink, and it breaks that flow every single time I hear something like that, even though my headphones are on and they're loud as fuck, I can't. I can't, like, I used to try to do, like, not races, not for any particular reason, but, like, do a 5K, do a half marathon, whatever, just for funsies, because I run anyways. And I hate it. I actually thoroughly unenjoy running around other people because I can't not fucking focus on them. I'm like, oh, that's the same person I saw 5 minutes ago, and that person's been there literally the whole time, and they are clocking me, and I hate this, and that person smells. I can't. It's so bad. It's really, it's the break upstairs, you know? It is. It's totally a trauma response. I don't know what the fuck it's from, but I've just learned that I do think I'm able to accomplish shit a lot more efficiently and happier on my own. You know what I found? I busted my knee on a treadmill years ago and then swore them off for many years, but living here it's impossible to run outside half the year because of this fucking weird ass weather. So we got a treadmill, and what I found is that if I put it on an incline, I don't hurt myself. I don't know what that is. I think being a long-legged human, when the treadmill is flat, I tend to like crash down on my feet worse, which then sends that reverberation up your leg into your knees and your hips and causes all sorts of problems, which is probably how I busted my knee. But if I put it on an incline, I'm not like crashing down on my feet. Not like this, but like just a barely an incline, just barely anything. Good morning, Lizney. I love you, honey bean. Early and happy anniversary. Thank you, my love. You're one of the only people that even remembers those days, and it makes me want to cry a little bit. I love you, honey bean. I'm not going to cry. God damn it. I don't have a room for another workout machine. My treadmill is all I've got, and it works fine. The gliders or what are they called? Ellipticals. I don't know what it is. I think because I'm too tall for this world, they hurt. Like, no matter what I do, the way that the track moves your feet rubs my hips wrong and my knees wrong. Like, that's not how my legs move, but you can't move outside of what the machine is, the gliding track is. And so I end up being on my tiptoes half the time because I'm like trying to wheedle my hips into the natural movement of what my hips do because I have a fucking 35-inch inseam. I've tried. I can't. They hurt. They like give me like extra pain I shouldn't have. Not muscle working out pain. Like, this is wrong movement pain. Like someone, Dutch ruddering you backwards or something. I don't know. Ellipticals are usually amazing for people. I think I'm just too big. I think I like reached that, I don't know, too long or something, or my hips are wrong. See, I walk on is the ball of your foot, the front ball of your foot, like a ballerina? Because I walk like that. I tend to walk on my tiptoes a little bit. It's weird. Running was so good that I was listening to a song that I used to run to, and it gave me instant endorphins just from the association. Yes. Oh, 100%. My run list definitely makes me talk faster and like move faster for some reason. I'm 6'6". So many machines don't feel right. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Cause for years, I was like, maybe it's just me being so fucking out of shape that this elliptical is doing something and working out a muscle group that I've just never isolated before. I don't know. And then I talked to my doctor about it. And he's like, no, absolutely. They're on a very specific track that's built for someone who's between 5'5" and 5'9", built for someone who has a runner's body. So like narrow hips, narrow shoulders. None of that is me. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to not do that. Like, I'll stick to bikes if they work, or treadmills, but like, fuck all that. I do. I have a much longer stride, and that's what happens, Anubis. I end up picking up my foot and jamming into the front of like the elliptical pedal, and I end up trying to, it's so bizarre to even explain. I try to pick it up and move it further than it's supposed to go, and it doesn't do that because it doesn't have extra track, so then I end up like falling forward every step. Because I think that's exactly what it is. My stride is just, I'm just huge. I'm just tall. I'm not 6'6", but 6 foot with very long legs. A stair stepper things. I want one. I want that. A stair stepper would be so nice. Just like a slow motion stair stepper. I could stream on one of those. People tend to hit heel first on flat and downward sloping things when wearing shoes. It's bad for the hips and knees because the arch of your foot is there to absorb the shock of the running. That makes sense. That makes 100% because I'm like going downhill is the bane of my existence, which should be the funnest run of my life, but that's what activates my knee injury, my old ass injury that's just going to be there for the rest of my life, is running downhill. Always has been. I ruined it on a treadmill. I didn't ruin it running downhill, but going downhill, like I have to avoid downhill, which is so depressing because that should be the treat after an uphill. I don't get that. Well, I run tippy toes now. What up, David? How are you? I don't run tippy toes, but I run on the balls of my feet. But also, I don't get any sort of running shoe that has any sort of drop. So if you Google, search, whatever, zero drop shoes, there's a ton of brands out there. There's literally a brand called Zero, but there's shoes that don't give you a heel lift because I've been taught by my doctor that heel lift can train you to do that hard heel slap. That's really bad because it's lifting up part of your foot and your natural gait is like barefoot, you know? So if you've got that extra lift on your heel, it can fuck up your legs and you end up slamming your heels harder. So I do zero drop shoes, and I also tend to run on the balls of my feet now. And that has helped exponentially with hip pain and my knee injury and all of that. Like, I very rarely ever get knee pain anymore. It's usually because I end up walking down a hill. Like, that will fuck my knee up for a week, which is stupid. So if I find a downhill, I have to turn away. And all I want to do is run it. I do. I had to train myself toe strike, and that's what I'm saying. On my treadmill, if I give an incline to it, it's a lot easier to do that. Like, and I'm saying I don't even know the number. I have like a preset, whatever on it. But it's like going from flat to like that. I'm double jointed. Like that. My treadmill curves. Just that barely allows me to do that toe strike run instead of slamming my heel down and sending that reverberation up in all the bones of my hips and everything and causing even more. It's barely 2 degrees. Like, I think my machine goes up by 0.5 degrees, so I think it's like 1.52. I think I hit it like 4 times, and that's it. It's barely anything, but just enough to keep me off my heels, which is where all the pain stems from, and all the, I think that causes injury. And just to be completely frank, I am so well aware that my body is not the body that should run. My doctor tells it to me all the time. Runners should be short, narrow people, not tall-ass, spider-leg people. Your treadmill's a hamster wheel, isn't it? Oh, I would have so much fun running on a hamster wheel, David. Are you kidding? If I had something to do with my hands while I was running, probably if I lived in a house that was more than 1 story, I would probably still be this person. But up until I didn't live in a house that was 2 stories, I'm absolutely that person that runs upstairs on all 4s, yeah? That, or I jump 2 stairs at a time. It's one or the other. In public, I will be normal, maybe. I'll still probably take 2 stairs at a time. But in my own home, carpeted stairs, like a little fucking demon. I can't be the only one, right? Down is so much harder than up, honestly. Anybody with a mobility impairment learns that pretty quick. No shit, like Rod's saying. The one time I hurt myself the day 1 of TwitchCon is by falling down a set of unoccupied stairs and then just falling on my, if your foot was like this, I decided to land on my foot like that. Why? First day 1. That's not it. Ike, thank you for those biddies, you generous fuck. My birthday is tomorrow, but thank you for the happy early birthday. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate you. My ankles disintegrate rapidly if I walk up a slight incline. Something to do with circulation and tension. For me, climbing 30 feet up a wall is less painful than walking up a slight hill. That's what I'm saying. It's like climbing. I tend to try to do what's trail running. I stay off of asphalt and cement because that's horrible for your body anyways. But it's more akin to that as opposed to running down a cement hill. The pounding on your knees and on your joints is just so fucking bad. And just walking down steep hills is terrible for my knees. I'll oftentimes kind of lean on somebody because I know I'm going to hurt myself to try to prevent it. And that's just walking, but it's down a hill. It does something that activates my injury every fucking time. Human bodies can do whatever the fuck you want. Just figuring out the proper movement is tricky. It can't, to a certain extent, yeah. I know a few runners that I describe as tall and lanky. They're 6'2", 6'4", 100%. Yeah, they're sticks and they're narrow. Tall people can run. It's you know how they say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall? That's facts. I will fall harder than Vissy will fall because I'm just genuinely a foot more away from the ground. this is just what my doctor has explained to me. So essentially, like, the bigger you are, the more weight is just slamming on your bones and on your joints and wearing away at all that cartilage, versus small, narrow people are doing much less of that to those joints. So their joints are just going to last longer. But he straight up has said to me multiple times, I'll never tell you to stop running because you won't listen to me and you'll just go find another doctor, which he's correct, because I'm fucking addicted and I've been doing it for 15 years and I don't know what else to do with my life. Genuinely have no clue what to do. So I'm glad he just helps me run healthy. Like, he helps me run the healthiest I can possibly run. Narrow is just like narrow. So I think, like, anatomically speaking, our shoulders, like, our shoulder bones are as narrow as our hip bones. And then, like, the shapes we are is like fat and muscle, right? Distribution. So, like, your shoulders get way more broad if you do rowing, for instance, or something like that. I used to love rowing. Rowing machines are so much fun. Right? God damn it, Glut. I've seen Vis smoke. Her joints do not last longer. Versus, like, a person like me that's shaped like this. Like, I've got broad shoulders and broad hips, and I'm tiny in the middle. Basically, what happens when I run, I have to twist more. If you watch professional runners, like, they barely twist at all. Like, their torso is like one unit. My torso does not move as one unit. Therefore, the weight is not distributed as evenly, and it crashes down on my joints worse. That's what my doctor has tried to explain to me in layman's terms. That's it. I don't know anymore. I don't know any more than that. Yeah, about that break. And then Borderlands Day. When you run, it's 3 times your body weight of force. Doing that downhill would fuck up on concrete. My doctor, my podiatrist, like, I have a podiatrist, he has straight up told me the worst thing you can do for your body is regularly walk on man-made solid surfaces. So, like, granite, laminate, cement, asphalt, they are the worst thing that we've ever done for our bodies, because no part of us is built to withstand that constant abuse of a ground surface that has no give. Like, none. Zero give whatsoever. We're built, that's why I trail run, or I just try to run on dirt and in grass and shit like that, because it has additional give for our joints and whatnot. He's told me that many times. It's the worst. Is these, like, cement is so bad for all parts of us. We walk different on it. It's the reason we need orthopedic shoes. Genuinely, like, orthopedic shoes, or like shoes in general that are helping our gait and helping our walk and helping our feet, are mimicking natural ground that has give, because we live on not natural ground with no give. It's wild. I know, Tetch, I mean, I thought about that shit when I used to work at the hospital. My mom has 2 knee replacements from slamming her body around cement floors of a hospital her entire life. I hope that doesn't happen to me. Really? Same, Knives. I always try to. I've always been very hippie ass, no matter weight, size, and every doc says, yep, that's why your knees are fucked. It's very much, we just walk different. A lot of people that are like you and I that just have, like, our hips are genuinely more open and just wider. We have, like, that body shape in general. We end up knock-kneed. Like, a large amount of us. I don't know how I didn't. My sister had knock knees when she was a kid. Then my mom, like, put her shoes on backwards and it fixed it or whatever. But my sister has the same body. We end up knock-kneed because our body's trying to distribute the weird shape we grew into. It's fascinating how we, like, adapt to a situation. I have those knots right on my knees at the very top of the shin. I think it's called, oh my god, Osgood Slaughter. Moo fungus. My sister has those. I think I've only met 5 people total in my whole life who have heard of Osgood Slaughter and or moo fungus. Every now and again, when I've been walking all day and I bend my knees in a sitting position to grab something, they'll pop and will slightly hurt. My sister has this. It's crazy. It's so rare. Osgood Slaughter. I swear, this is maybe, I mean, I'm being generous. There's my sister, you, maybe 3 other people in chat I've ever met who have heard of that. It's so, what is it? It's like a bone protrusion on your knee or something, right? Keno, I'm 6 foot, I've worked retail, warehouse, and factories all my life. Then before that, I ran and climbed constantly growing up, on top of tearing my knees up by slamming them, or full on tearing them wrestling. Yep, I think about that too. School sports, I was a catcher and played volleyball. Like, all I did was squat and jump from that position, which is so bad on your knees. Oh my, or crash down on your knees constantly. Those knee pads are a joke, dude. Like, the sheer amount of beating up I did to myself in my teens, it's absolutely just hitting me now. It's just my body being like, remember this? Remember when they just wrapped your foot and said, get back on the court, pussy? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I do remember that. A natural dip when you have to stand up straight. Yes, you have like that natural curve, and people are like, fix your posture. And you're like, I'm straight right now. This is very erect for me, but it is curved. I have to sleep with a pillow between my legs, or my knees will grind against each other and I don't have any meat. Oh, ouchies. I'm worried about my left knee. If I can't use it, that's my Iato. Oh God, I probably said that wrong. Career over. I hope musculoskeletal can figure it out for you too, because fuck that. A childhood repetitive use injury that causes a painful lump below the kneecap. Why? I don't know why my sister calls it moo fungus. Is that another name for it? But it's Osgood slaughter is the word. And you can't even see it unless someone points it out. They're like, oh yeah, see under my patella this like bump? And I'm like, oh, I guess I kind of see that. That's my moo fungus. But you want to know something fucked up? And I tell you this because you're my friends. And we all have, a lot of us have siblings. So we all understand sibling shit, right? My sister's my youngest sister. She's the youngest of all of us. And when we were kids, we used to pop her with that knuckle right in the Osgood slaughter bone. And she'd go, my moo fungus! And we would do it simply to make, because that was so funny. Not her in pain. My little sister going, my moo fungus was the funniest shit. We were fucking feral little fuck shits. Feral little assholes. It's wild because I can't even bring myself to hurt a bug these days. Like in my adulthood, but when I was a kid, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna fucking knock out my little sister. What the fuck? Hold on. It's where the tendon that slides over the knee will tear right when it connects to the shin and keep tearing in bone. Oh, so it's like a buildup of like bone tissue. Interesting, like scar tissue almost? My back is trying to not curve, which is how I have a degenerative disc disease. Oh, boo. Wait, it's trying not, what do you mean? Trying not to curve this way or this way? Arthritis in your back sounds fucking horrible regardless. Keep that curve, kids. I know, right? The sibling torture is... I mean, I'm not justifying anything I ever did, but I did have 5, 6 older siblings. So I got mine. Don't worry, I got mine. Today I learned to have Osgood slaughter, but also moo fungus. Please call it moo fungus. I don't know why it's called that. My injuries as an adult make me regret my choices as a kid. I don't know if I made these choices as a kid. Like, I used to blame it on myself, but thinking about it as an adult, it'd be like, ouch, I twisted my ankle playing basketball, and they just tear you off the court, wrap up your ankle, and then throw you back on the court. And I'd be like, okay. Like, when you're a kid, is it your fault? When really the adults are there to, like, guide you and be like, hey, you're injured, time to heal that. But they're worried about something else. I don't know. I'm not putting everything on the adults, but, like, I think a lot of them are supposed to be there to, like, make the right decisions for us and guide us in the right way. So, like, now we're all trained as adults to be like, sure, I'm deathly ill, but I'm still going to go to work and do all the normal things and stay sick for twice the amount of time because I seriously don't know how to function outside of this reality. Maybe. We're all doing great, though. We're fine. Ages back after my car crash, I got free physio. She had the best posters on the wall. It was like skeleton, kinks, and misalignment doing everyday things. Oh, yeah. The worst was a lady's spine with a hoinked up shoulder supporting a handbag. This? That can permanently... Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't wear a purse. Oh, I know that exact... This is so easy to hold. Because for years I gave into that. Like, oh, I need a purse bullshit. Now I have a tiny backpack because fuck that shit. Wow, I didn't know that was, like, that sucks. Osgood Slaughter disease is a painful enlargement of a bump on the shin bone just below the knee. The bump is called the tibial tuberosity, wow, which is where the tendon from the kneecap inserts. Osgood Slaughter disease is most often seen in children between the ages of 10 and 15 and more common in males and appears during a period of rapid growth. Boom, that makes sense. Kids have a lack of self-preservation because we just don't know about it. Adults should be teaching us these things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have a hard time believing that both of my parents who did play sports in high school, when they had, my mom had me at 36. So, like, she was suffering the repercussions of all of her high school days. Like, I would hope she'd be like, all right, don't do what I did because now everything hurts. But no one did that. And now everything hurts. I'm so sad that area of my life was considered rapid growth. I made it to 5'5". Hey, you made it to a real solid average. Come on. Rapid growth isn't fun. I've got weird stretch marks all over my body because my skin literally couldn't keep up with the growth of my bone plates. No pants fit. It's not the best. You know what's crazy, Ike? My stepdad actually has a permanent dent in his butt. So, like, he can't sit without his wallet in his back pocket. It might be getting better now because he's retired. But he genuinely, like, can't, like, it's uncomfortable to sit down on a hard surface without his wallet in his back pocket because he's got, like, a fucking dent in his ass from so many years of sitting on this leather wallet. Isn't that wild? I haven't seen the dent, I'm assuming. He leaned back and twisted his body, like, in a bad way. In the process of it, he twisted my knees so the back of my calf touched the top of my shut the fuck up. Oh my god. How's your leg doing today? How is your leg doing today? I'm really glad my parents let me quit sports to work. Like, that was my big thing. The moment I turned 15 and a half, I was like, I need a job, I need a license, I need to get the fuck out of this house. And you couldn't do sports because sports was every day after school, but every job wanted you immediately after school. And that was the only way I was allowed to quit sports, was at least quit some of my sports, was if I had a job. I was like, sorry, they won't hire me unless I can go right after school. Best thing I ever did. I also made, like, I did sports my entire life and never made a good friend because I just don't jive with that mentality, that sports mentality. I'm just not that kind of person. I have nothing in common with those people for some reason. I don't know, nothing on their part, nothing on my part, just not in common. And getting a job, I finally started to make friends, like, for the first time in my life. I was like, oh my god, this is where I can meet people from different places, different walks of life, that, like, it's not like our friendship has to solely be based on, like, a sport or something. Which is weird. Same. Not all, but most. Oh, 100%. Like, my two best friends from actual school were on my golf team. And honestly, our entire the whole girls' golf team was just a bunch of stoners. And it was the sport we could get away with playing very high out of our minds. And it was fun. You could get out of school early. You got to go walk a golf course for free. It was gorgeous outside. It was the best. But outside of that, sports people, like, I just didn't really have, like, all of my friends I did have shit in common with quit sports a lot earlier than I did because their parents didn't give a fuck whether or not they played. But when you're 6 foot or over and a girl, it's really hard to get out of playing sports because you're like, I don't know, special? I don't fucking know. I didn't feel special, but it was real easy to just go no to a lot of other people on the other team. I was following my father's second wife when I was 10. My father's 6'1", my mother's 6 foot. Damn! You have tall fucking parents. Holy shit. I have those same stretch marks from growing tall. The like silver stripes right here and right here. Those are my favorite. On my stomach, and they burn in the sun. They turn bright pink. But it's just from, I got too tall, too fast. Like, our skin couldn't keep up. Which is crazy. You'd think there'd be a better body plan. Like, hey, growth plates, let's plan ahead. I don't know. My dad's ass cheeks were lopsided because he fell out of the semi and landed on one butt cheek. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Your life is so wild in the most entertaining way. And I mean that with all love. I tend to think of schoolwork friends are like prison friends. You're there, so you might as well get along, very much so. And that's kind of what I'm trying to differentiate is like, there's your associates at work, whatever sports that you like, you need to get along with them. You have to be with them every day. You have to play a sport together, whatever. But outside of that, we connect on zero levels at all. And when I got a job and had a car and a license and I had the freedom to like get the fuck out of Kettle Falls, I finally started to meet people. Or just like, no shit, two of my best friends from work, I went to high school with, we just weren't in the same classes at all, so I never saw them. And they're to this day two of my closest friends. Like but it took working with them in the next town over to actually like get friend. I don't know. It's weird how that works out. That's why my BFF was the girl who sat in front of me because of the alphabet. The alphabet doomed me. I had to, like, I don't know what it is about the last names I was around, but everyone with a last name around mine was troublemakers. Like, just shitheads. And so I felt like I was sitting in a circle of shitheads all the time. Like, the guy who sat behind me consistently all through high school, he would come to school with the turkey beard off of the turkey he shot that morning, and he would tickle the back of my neck with it. Like, a fucking what? Disgusting. That's just one example. Similar thing, my AutoCAD teacher was assistant football coach. He came up to me, ever play football? I said, I did. I didn't like it. End of convo. I wish. We still need to take a break. Oh my God, I'm terrible at this. I've told you this before, but like when I moved to this town for 8th grade or whatever, middle school, the like second day of school, I opened my locker and there was just every jersey in my size in my locker. Because I was already 6 foot, and that was literally all they gave a fuck about. They were like, tall girl, yeah. I didn't even get a choice. I wasn't even asked. I just thought that's how the school ran. No shit. I was like, oh, new kids just get all their own jerseys? That's awesome. I really thought that. Genuinely, I was like, this is just, what a fun welcoming program at this middle school in the middle of fuck nowhere. That wasn't it. Dude, I don't know, but if you ever find that space bus, you come find me. Horizontal across your lower back. I have those too. The stretch marks like right here. Yes. Oh yeah. Like above, like from my ass crack up, it's like slashes, like a tiger did that from my hips growing faster than my skin could keep up. Mm-hmm. Those are fun. They also burn if they're out in the sun, no matter what I do. It's great. I had a dumb moment. I was like, wow, K last names were more common because for a moment I thought your first name Classy. Oh my God. I mean, at this point, exponentially more people know me as ClassyKatie than they do by my like biological Christian name or whatever the fuck you want to say. So it kind of makes more sense. Good morning, Viata. We were just going to take our first break of the day and then jump into Discord with Knives and Vis and play Borderlands. Cheers, my love. And I need coffee. Desperately. I didn't get him there, but I don't have a lot of arm. I have a lot of leg, though. Everybody knows my coyote, right? I had an interesting conversation years ago about that. One of the ESO players got a job at, I'm just opening Discord and moving shit over. One of the ESO players that I used to play with got a job at ESO, and it was super dope. And when he got a job there, I learned his real name, and I was like, hey, I wanted to be respectful. Like, what do you want to go by? Do you want me to refer to you as your real name now that I know you, like, in this position? Or do you want me to call you by the screen name I'm always known you by? And he straight up was like, my screen name. I didn't have a choice over my real name. That's what my parents chose for me. And my screen name is the identity I got to choose for myself. It got me my dream job. Like, that's who I am. And everyone in the office still calls him that. It's pretty cool. I love that because I kind of feel that. None of us really got to choose our own names. Okay, Discord up. All right. First break of the day. Cheers, loadable, fold your dicks, I don't know, origami, my dudes. There'll be a quiz later, and I'll be right back. And then we're hanging out with Vissy and Knives, and we're going to play Borderlands. The pre-sequel, I did it last night. Let me make sure. I think there's got to be a memory leak or something going on, but I haven't caught anything. Yeah, there's nothing like sucking memory or something. But I check it constantly because I'm like, are you? Nothing. It's weird. We are still playing Alan Wake. We're actually we beat American Nightmare on Tuesday. We'll continue with Quantum Break probably or something. I don't know. We'll do something on Tuesday. But today is Borderlands Day. Every Sunday we play Borderlands with Knives and Vissy, and we're on the pre-sequel. I think Viata's the shortest of all of us, right? Like she's pocket size even for Viss. Pretty positive. She's like boobs and hair. It's crazy. Blue, beautiful hair. We could pick, I mean, you can pick your nose. You can't pick other people's noses. Oh, I'm pretty sure Viata's even shorter. It's like 4'5", something like that. I'm pretty positive. This is one of those times I wish I had a sarcastic tone, and I just didn't always sound sarcastic. I don't know what to do. I winked very hard at the screen. I'd help. No, I'm almost positive Viata is like 4'5". Help. I don't know what to do. It's my voice. I'm just deadpan all the time. I know. It's horrible. I try not to be deadpan. It's a gift. Where's my game? Okay, it's fine. We're good. Classy. Oh shit, I hope you guys can hear them. Let's see.
The next thing to tackle is gonna be
Oh, they're there for sure.
Katie. Oh, hello.
I was waiting to see how loud you guys would be, and I had you so loud.
Yeah. Knives was very loud.
Whoopsies. Oh, Discord. That feeling when someone winks with both eyes.
You mean blinking? No, it's winking.
What percentage of chat is taller than me? I mean, not a lot.
I mean, that number definitely increases if you ask it about me.
Almost all.
Hey,
Except
now,
Viata.
there are some shorter people out there than me. There are a few.
We saw them. True.
We saw them. We even took pictures. We were like, hey, will you stand by our short friend? We need proof of something. I'm kidding. I don't approach people. That's crazy. Is she still really loud? Okay, hold on. All my audio got fucked up, so it's absolutely correct that they are too loud. Viss, will you just say the alphabet or sing us a song for a second, and I'll fuck with your volume?
Sure thing. I was gonna try and figure out the shared streaming thing with us.
That's perfect. I think you sound good.
Next thing to tackle, I mean.
What do you guys think? I think that sounds pretty good. Yes, I can actually. One moment. I can do that while Viss tries to... Maybe it'll work this time. Last time, didn't it like work on the first try and it was fucking weird?
Right? Okay, I'm sending you the invite, so let's see.
Oh, I see a pop-up. Hold up.
Because I don't see pop-ups for some reason. Oh my goodness, I gotta sneeze.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I literally just saw it pop up. Hold on one sec.
I'm a big proponent of bar class.
I've heard bar is really fun. Actually, a girl I went to high school with teaches bar. She's been teaching it for like 15 years. She loves it. All right, I put up the poll.
Hard. A poll.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
A poll for what?
Oh, maybe I didn't get an alert. Oh, there it is. Someone asked for a poll to see the general heights of chat. So I did one that's like under 5 foot, 5 foot to 5'5", 5'5" to 6 foot, 6 foot and over. No, we don't want to use our fucking mic
bar
here.
class, like BARRE?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like ballet, but in exercise, like ballet Pilates.
Okay, yeah, no. I know what it is. I was just wondering on the wording because I was like, bar class? Are they serving drinks?
Yeah, that's what Vissy's into now. She's gonna be a mixologist. All right, I accepted it.
Nice.
I think you have to hit shared chat or whatever.
Start sharing chat.
Okay, it says shared chat is on. How does shared chat look for everybody? Do we have? Oh, I see an emblem on Glut. Yay!
Got it.
Knives is looking for a local bar class. Knives loves a dance scene.
I mean,
Yeah, I
That's
see it.
actually
Oh, and I
good
see
dancer.
Vissy's. Yay! Okay, perfect.
why do I hear? Wait, what?
What?
I don't know. That was weird. I heard
What
an
happened?
echo.
Echo?
Echo?
No, it's in my head, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any
Just-
voices?
What if we just
Additionally
kept
in there?
saying echo to fuck with her? Would that just be horrible?
No, okay, I know what it
No,
was.
it wouldn't.
Katie, you leaned away from your mic when you spoke, and it sounded like a
Oh,
were-
like it cut in and out a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was probably me. My bad. Oh, why can't I hear the game? Oh, it's muted. That's why.
Damn it, Katie, doing things.
Out with us as always. It's a fucking pleasure, and I love these games so much. Tomorrow is off day as per the usual.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Also,
I
your
said, I'm going to the
birthday.
dump. It is my birthday. We'll do. I don't know. Tuesday we'll do. I'll try to think tomorrow about something to do on Tuesday to celebrate or something. I don't know. Adults don't care about their birthdays anymore, right? That's not a thing.
Sometimes
man.
they do.
We'll hang out in a second. You're super cute. I love you so much. You're gonna go right under my desk, aren't you? Nope, your brother's down there. What are you gonna do? I know. You're confused. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow's day off day. Tuesday we'll probably continue with more Alan Wake or something. I don't know. Thank you again for hanging out with us, as always. Like I said, we're going to raid my friend Alk, who's one of my oldest and dearest friends here on the Twitch sphere, and another Small. She plays all sorts of games, but she's absolutely known for being, like, a fucking legend and queen of Final Fantasy, if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff. Today she's playing demos and shit, though, so that's fun, so you guys get to see a variety. On that note, we do have movie night every night in the Discord. I know I say that every single day, but if you want to join us, please feel free. Tomorrow I will be playing movies of my choice, so feel free to drop by. But it's 7 p.m. every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern, in the Discord, in the channel, and it's just random. We have wheels that we spin, and it could be really anything. Ooh, and I have a sub anniversary in Alk's stream, so I'm gonna drop myself in the Shush channel. If you're looking for the channel for movie night, that will be in approximately an hour and a half. Just look for where the fuck I am. And I'll see you guys in movie night. Wow, that was long-winded. See you guys
Thanks for hanging out
in a
with
couple
me, guys.
hours. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I gotta mute myself and shit, otherwise people will hear me in that channel. You take care of you. Take your joy. Even though it's day off, it's not an excuse not to take your joy. Take your joy, hydrate, eat good foods, load your bowl, clean your bong, all of those things. And I'll be back in on Tuesday. I got too high. Let's blame Vis.